I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miley.
And we are
Miley Made Me Do It.
Hey ladies, this is your girl Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It. And I am here with a new video. I am doing the Little Lizard King Maroma pattern. So this is super cute. It has two options. They have a top version, dress version. They also have a ruffle bodice version and a simple version, you know, with no ruffles bodice, okay? So I am going to do the ruffle bodice because, you know, we're just going to see how we do it. But I read the pattern this time, so I shouldn't have too many problems. We'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, so let me show you what I have. Right now I have this is my main bodice. You're going to have one. I've already went ahead and added my little interfacing. And I have my little dots here. I hope you can see that where I'm going to start my gathering stitches. Okay. This is my back bodice. Here also have it, sorry, like that. I also have it with my interfacing on the back here. I've also went down and pressed that baby too. So boom. This is my center bow piece here. I probably should have did two of them, but I'm not sure if I will need to, because this is supposed to, I could put this on the front of the, I'm supposed to put it on the front of the dress, and I could put it on the back, but it has a little something on it, so probably not. There's your bow. All right. Here's my ruffles. You see here, I've also have that. I had a little mark in there so I could find the center, so you make sure you put your mark for the center. And then you're gonna have two arm bindings, okay? Two of your arm bindings. Also transfer your front and back markings, okay? Because you're gonna need that. So mine has went away. I'm gonna have to do it again, okay? So make sure you have that. And you're gonna need two of your top skirt pieces, okay? So this is your back. It's just gonna be your regular smegular triangle, but also make sure with that you make your marking for the center because you're gonna need that. That's important. And then your front here, okay? Here's your front. You see that right there? Is your little V shape there. Also transfer your mark there so then you can put that to the center when you gather. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first we're going to take our centerpiece here. It tells us to fold in half here, just like this. And we're going to sew a 3/8 inch seam allowance to attach, okay? Also, when you're done, we're going to turn it right side out and we're going to press it. The center seam is going to be in the middle. So here's our front bodice. What the pattern tells us to do is to fold it in half, which I've already done here. So you're gonna fold it in half here, okay? And then we're going to do 3 gathering stitches. One is going to be in the center, and the other 2 is going to be on the the additional rows of the gathering stitch are going to be 1/8 inch from the right side and the left side, okay? Then we're going to gather it. We're going to gather it. So I'll show you what that looks like when I get back. Okay, so I have my center gathered. I've also, I don't know if you can see this here, but it told us to measure down 3/8 inch from the top and the bottom, okay? So that's when I put my little baby here, and then I can do a stay stitch there, okay? So that's what we're gonna do next, okay? So let's take our centerpiece, and we're going to stay stitch it, baste it here from the top and the bottom of our bodice. Okay, so let's get our ruffles. And here I have a little mark there, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 gathering stitches along the top edge of our ruffles, okay? And we're gonna ruffle those together, and then we will bring in our bodice to attach our ruffles, okay? And I will show you what that looks like when I get back. So what I've done, I've attached my center here. And before I did that, I just, the pattern tells us to remove the 2 side gathering stitches, but then we can do a stitch down the center of it to keep our, just do a secure stitch down the center of it so then it won't come apart. Okay, so grab our ruffles here and we're going to gather them. Okay. We're gonna gather them. Set this to the side and let's gather our ruffles. Well, actually, that's what I want to do. Because I want to make sure I have that at the center here. My center, with the center of my thing. I'll put that there. And then I'm just gonna gather it. Golly, my string is too long. Okay, so I have my ruffles gathered. Make sure you leave a 1/2 inch on both sides here. Okay, and then we're going to sew a 1/4 inch basting stitch here. Okay, and we're going to do that and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so let's get our neckband, the center of our, we're going to turn our bodice wrong side out, and it says the right side of our binding will be touched the wrong side of our bodice. So right side of the binding, we're gonna find the center here. We're gonna pin. And we're going to match here. Okay. Then it says continue to stretch the binding and pin the binding to the, this is my neckline here. It says sew to attach using a stretch stitch, and that is a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so I have my binding attached. So now we're going to take it and fold it over. We're gonna top stitch our binding to close the neckline, and then I will show you what that looks like when I get back. Let's bring in our skirt pieces. You're gonna have two. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our skirt pieces and we're going to sew a gathering stitch, a 1/4 gathering stitch along the top here, on the back and the front here. And then when we get back, I will be pinning our skirts to our bodice. Our bodice neckband is attached. Now let's get our skirts. Let's see which one is which, because once it's gathered, it all looks the same to me. That should be my skirt. That's the front, that's the back, I believe. And this is, you know what? After you do this, it all looks the same. That looks like the back too. Hold on now. Let me see. Put my sides together. Yeah, I think this is that's the front. Golly, I gotta put some on it. Okay, so our front bodice here, we are going to, it says gather the front pieces, which I did, and then leave a 1/2 inch of the sides here ungathered for the front and back skirt. And now we're going to take our front skirt piece, which this is it. Yep. Sure. This is a straight up. Yep. Okay. And we're going to gather it. So let's put our center here first. And then 1/2 inch here. Half inch here. Okay, and now we're going to gather it. Now we're going to grab our back bodice and we're going to also add our skirt, back skirt to it. Okay, so now let's take this to our machine and we're gonna sew a 3/8 inch seam allowance to attach, and I'll be right back. So now I have my front bodice and my back bodice pieces done. It tells you that you can go ahead and, well, you don't have to hem just yet, but you can like make a hem something. So what we're gonna do is take our front and back bodice piece in skirt and we're going to put them right sides together and we're going to pin on both sides, and we're going to be using a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and I will do that for both sides and I'll show you what that looks like when I am done. You can take it to your serger or do a zigzag stitch. So this is what our bodice, this is what our top look like so far. So now grab your binding pieces. You're gonna have 2 of those and you're going to take them and you're going to sew them right sides together with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. And we're going to attach our straps. My binding pieces they are sewn together. Okay, hold on. All right, so I got them sewn together. Boom. Now this is where I'm gonna have to read and make sure I don't mess this up, because I feel like I could mess this up. All right, with right sides together, with right sides of the binding touching the wrong side of the dress. So, all right, let's pull this baby up right here. Wrong side of the dress. And then it says pin. We're gonna pin right side of the binding, touch the wrong side of the dress. Boom. We're gonna pin here at the side seam. Okay. So let's do that. Pin at the side seam. Okay. It says match. It says next match double arrows on the binding of the center of the back. So where is the, okay, we got it right here. That's where it is, on the center back. Okay, we're gonna put it right here. Okay, center back bodice. Continue pinning, clipping the binding to the top, moving from the side seam towards the back, stretching the binding to fit. Do not sew it yet. All right. Is that right? Hold on now. Because I'm probably, okay, that look like that's wrong. So let me Go back. Still a side seam, but maybe it's this way. That looked like that was a boom. That double arrows. I don't think the two. Okay. All right. So stretch it out, yeah. So we're gonna stretch it and pin it here. All right. Stretch it and pin it here, okay. Do not sew it yet. So I did that part. I got it to my back. All right. Okay, that's boom there. Now, using a stretch stitch, it tells us to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance beginning from the center back of our top and sew around to the front neck. The strap binding should be stitched over the neck binding. Okay, to the wrong side. So I'm wondering now, this right here should go here like that, so that the other marking there that we have should go here, and then we're gonna stretch this out. Okay. All right. Just like this, right here. So we got the front and the back put together. Boom, just like that. Okay, now let's get the other side. Okay, so I have both of my bindings attached. So I say boom, boom, stretch over to the front, go to the binding, boom, boom. Then it says we're gonna sew, sew using a stretch stitch or your serger, a 1/4 inch seam allowance. We're gonna begin sewing at the center back of the top, and then sew around to the neckline portion of it. All right, so we got that part, and then the strap binding should be stitched over the neck binding. So it's gonna be stitched over the neck binding here on the wrong side, and it says this is to ensure that the neck binding is completely hidden in the fold. Okay, got that part. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I get back. Okay, so my battery went down on my phone, but I did do one side of my binding. So what it tells you to do is just take your binding and you're gonna fold it over each other, but hiding that raw edge there, and fold it over. Okay, and we're going to pin it all the way around, and we're going to attach it using a like a, I'm not gonna say a stretch stitch, but like you can use your serger, you can use a long straight stitch to attach. Okay, so let's take this to our machine, and we're going to sew. We're going to sew it towards the, to enclose the binding, and then it tells us to take our binding here, the back part, and we're going to put it together, and then we'll do a stitch there to attach it. Okay, so let's do that, and I will be back. All Right, we are done with the Little Lizard King Maroma pattern. Okay, so I have my binding attached, ruffles, cute little top. I didn't say this, but over here on the back it tells you to put a pin here 1 inch above, and you just tack that together. You can see my white stitches, but it's okay. It's cute though. But yeah, so this is super cute. So now we got to see what Miley looks like with it on. But before we do that, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, comment. Tell me some patterns that you want to do that's, you know, Little Lizard King, or, you know, so that you see that you need a little help on. Because I need a lot of help on a good bit of this stuff. So if you like this, just go try it out. Look at that. Ain't it cute? All right. Go subscribe. See ya.